Back to the solutions topic. In the previous video we have seen the three types of liquid mixtures when two liquids are mixed with one another. Immiscible liquid system, partially miscible liquids and completely miscible. So in this chapter we will consider completely miscible liquids only. So in that one, before going for that type of solutions, we will consider first one important topic, that is called the vapor pressure. Suppose you consider a liquid in a vessel like this. Assume that this is the level of the liquid. Then we know that molecules of the liquid, they are in a continuous motion. They will be moving in all possible directions. When these molecules are moving, automatically they are colliding with one another like this. And also they collide with the walls of the container. When these molecules are colliding with one another, there is an exchange of energy. When this energy is exchanged between the molecules, some molecules on the surface will gain higher energy, while some molecules will gain lower energy. Those molecules which gain energy, they will escape the attractive force. They will come to this vapor phase. So this process of conversion of a liquid into the vapor is called as the evaporation or vaporization. Vaporization or evaporation, we can also call it as. Assume that this vessel is now closed, so that the molecules in the vapor phase, they are not allowed to escape. Then in such a case, again the molecules in the vapor phase, they will be colliding with one another. So due to this collision between the molecules in the vapor phase, again there is an exchange of energy. This energy are those molecules which gain energy, they will remain in the vapor phase. But those molecules which are near the surface and lose energy, they will be condensed back into the liquid. So this reverse process of conversion of the vapor into liquid is called the condensation. Condensation. Initially, the process of vaporization will be very fast. That is, rate of vaporization or rate of evaporation will be high initially. But as the time progresses, it becomes smaller and smaller. Since the number of molecules in the vapor phase goes on increasing, the rate of condensation will be increasing. So, at one stage, we observe that the rate of vaporization becomes equal to rate of condensation. This will be same as the rate of condensation. The condition is we should carry out or we should consider the liquid in the closed vessel. If the vessel is opened one, if the liquid placed is in the open vessel, then the molecules in the vapor phase, they will escape. So we should not allow the molecules in the vapor phase to escape. In such a case, there will be the rate of vaporization becoming equal to rate of condensation. This state at which rate of vaporization and rate of condensation is called the equilibrium state. Equilibrium state. In this state of equilibrium, when the rate of vaporization and rate of condensation become same, then automatically the pressure exerted by the gas or vapor is called the vapor pressure. Vapor pressure. Since this vapor pressure is a constant value which is actually maintained at equilibrium condition, it is also named as the equilibrium vapor pressure. Equilibrium vapor pressure. At this state, the vapor is saturated with the molecules and hence it is also called as the saturated vapor pressure. Saturated vapor pressure. For a particular liquid at a constant temperature, this vapor pressure is a constant value and it depends on the nature of the liquid. For example, when we consider a liquid which is highly volatile liquid, highly volatile liquid. For such a liquid, there will be high vapor pressure even at low temperature. For example, if you consider this ether boils at about 34 degrees Celsius, and hence for that particular liquid, the vapor pressure will be very, very high. But if you consider this low volatile liquid like water, this vapor pressure will be low. So it depends on the nature of the solvent. When we consider this increase in the temperature, suppose you heat a given liquid. As the more and more energy is supplied to the liquid molecules, more and more molecules gain energy, and more and more molecules they go into the vapor stage. So at that condition, as the temperature increases, this vapor pressure also increases. Vapor pressure increases with increase in temperature. Okay. So for a low volatile liquid, as already the vapor pressure is very high, at very low temperature only it becomes having more and more vapor pressure. For a low volatile liquid, the temperature required is more to attain the saturation. Okay, whatever it is, when the temperature is increased, the vapor pressure of the particular liquid goes on increasing. Then we come to one stage. When we consider this vapor pressure becoming equal to the atmospheric pressure for a particular liquid, the temperature is called as the boiling temperature. Boiling temperature or boiling point, we can call it as. So the temperature at which the vapor pressure becomes equal to atmospheric pressure, it is called as the boiling point of that particular liquid. Now you consider two types of liquids: high volatile having high vapor pressure and low volatile having low vapor pressure. To make this vapor pressure equal to atmospheric pressure, for a high volatile liquid, low temperature is required. For low volatile liquid, high temperature is required. That means the boiling point and vapor pressure, boiling point and volatile nature, they are inversely related to one another. For high boiling point or highly volatile liquid, boiling point will be low. For low volatile liquid, boiling point will be high. For example, in case of the ether, which is a highly volatile ether, it is having a high vapor pressure. That's why the boiling point will be very low. Say for example, at atmospheric pressure, its boiling point is around 34 degrees Celsius. For a low volatile liquid like water, since the low vapor pressure is there, it requires higher temperature for boiling. For example, in case of the water, the boiling point is about 100 degrees Celsius. So, the boiling point and the volatility, boiling point and the vapor pressure, they are inversely related to one another. So, this is what we are having the topic on the vapor pressure. When we consider mixture of two liquids, both the liquids will be volatile in nature, and hence the total vapor pressure will depend on the vapor pressure of both the liquids. So we will consider the vapor pressure for an individual liquid and vapor pressure for the mixtures, that in the next video. Thank you.